everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. As requested, here is a video of my home studio. So let's take a look at my monitors. What I have in here right now, at the front on the bottom is the Yamaha NS10M studio monitors. Now, these monitors are absolutely disgusting in the best possible way, used by a lot of pros for many, many years, and if you can get a mix to sound good on these speakers, they will sound good on practically anything because they sound horrendous. But part of me loves them. Just above this is my new set of monitors, which are the Adam A77Xs. You can see a video of me talking about this on my channel, so take a look and search Adam A77X. Really, really like these speakers. They sound absolutely awesome. With my monitoring, I've also got the Yamaha SW10 subwoofer, which I use very, very subtly just to add the bottom end of the kick drum and a little bit of the bass. And it really fills out the sound in this room. Alright guys, let's talk about my main rack. So I'm going to go from top to bottom. In the top slot, we have a Samson PowerStrip PS10. Now, the Samson is basically a glorified 19-inch wide extension cable, and I use that to power the whole rack. So, not really much else to say about that. Next down is the Focusrite Sapphire Pro 40 interface, which has been the main Monuments Live sound card since 2013. It's not my main sound card in my studio. I use it through ADAT through the unit that is down, which I'll go into in detail in a little second. But the Focusrite is being used to connect a bunch of my preamps, my Line 6 equipment, as well as a couple of other little bits and pieces. So next down is the Zoom UAC8 USB interface, which is my main interface for everything in the studio. It's a really great sounding unit that is based off of the RME Fireface 800. It's a very, very stable interface. I really, really like it a lot. Pretty much this is the center of all the sound of the studio. Down from the Zoom UAC8, we have the Stam Audio SA4000 compressor. This is a bus style compressor that has been replicated from the SSL series of desks. I use this for parallel drum compression. I use this for master compression, and it's a really good sounding unit. I really, really like this unit a lot. Just below here is the Stam Audio 1073 MPA discrete preamp, which is actually what my voice is going through right now. And this is two preamps, which I use for pretty much everything. So I'll use this for miking up guitar amps, I'll use it for voiceovers for my YouTube videos and so on. It makes my voice sound thick. Down below this, I have a small yellow box. This is a Radial X amp. I use this for dry guitar signals to go through to any of the amps of my choice that I have in my studio. The Line 6 Helix has the same feature as this box, but I was having some ground loop issues. So next in the rack, I have the Mesa Boogie Rectifier recording preamp. Probably the most underrated piece of gear by Mesa ever. Now, even though it says it's a recording preamp, I actually use it as just a regular preamp as if it was a dual rectifier. And I'll plug this directly into the unit below, which is the 2-Notes Torpedo. And it sounds absolutely fantastic. I really, really love this preamp. So as below, as I just said, the 2-Notes Torpedo Studio. This is an IR, not generator, what's the word? It's just like an IR loader. And you can run two different IRs on this, so you can mix like the same cab with two different mics, or different cabs with different mics, and it's a very, very versatile unit. I'm still getting my head around it because there's so many options, but I really, really like what this thing does, and I'm probably going to use it for the live shows in future with Monuments. And finally, at the bottom of the rack, we have the Mesa Boogie rack mount TC50 Triple Crown. You know, this is one of the first ones in the country, and I'm really, really glad that Mesa sent this to me. It's a really good, versatile sounding head, somewhere half between a dual rectifier and a Mark Series amplifier. So it's got the aggression and top end of the dual rectifier, and the mid-range and the tightness of the bottom end of the Mark Series. So in the bottom of the rack, I have a drawer which has a selection of mics in it. Got a couple of ribbon mics, some condensers, some dynamic. The rack itself is made by Zayor Furniture. Now, every piece of furniture in this room is made by Zayor, and this was a gift from my lovely girlfriend for my birthday last year. It's the Mesa rack. It's 16 units high with the rack drawer at the bottom. Really, really great piece of furniture. It's very, very sturdy, very well made, and it looks good. Right, so on top of the main rack here, I have a selection of different things. So we'll start at the front. I have 4 pedals that I use quite often. From left to right, I have the Boss NS2 noise suppressor, the JHS Moonshine overdrive pedal, the Boss GE7 EQ, and the Reaper pedals, John Browne signature Pandemonium pedal. These are being powered by the T-Rex fuel tank Chameleon. At the back, you can see a lovely little red skull with a light in it, and attached to that skull is my main set of headphones that I use when I want to test out mixes. And this is a set of Sennheiser HD600 headphones. They're open back and they sound great, and I really like them for referencing low end on mixes. Okay, so now we're going to look at the rack on the left hand side of my desk. So the top, there's obviously a blank space waiting for something awesome. And then just below it is actually the piece of gear that I've had longest in the studio. It is the Line 6 Pod XT Pro. I've had this unit since 2007. I absolutely love this unit. I still use it today. I use it for a lot of my sounds, especially the clean sounds. The clean sounds are just glorious on this unit. And just below this, we have another Line 6 piece of equipment. It's the Line 6 Helix, which is the newest model in their range. Really, really like this unit as well. It's basically a better pod in many ways. This is the middle of my desk, so let's talk about my mouse and keyboard. They are both made by Corsair. They are gaming peripherals. I like playing Rocket League a lot. They light up cool colors. That's what sold me. Just behind this is my monitor controller, which is made by Behringer. It's the Behringer ZenX Control 1. And I've had this since 2013, and it's been fantastic, to be honest. Starting to get a little bit of crackling now, so I'm probably going to replace it with the Antelope Audio Satori when I have mortgaged my house. Okay, so let's talk about the right-hand side of my desk and what's in the rack. So at the top, we have the Korg DTR 2000 rack tuner. I've had that since 2005-ish, 12 years. Used it with Fell Silent, so technically that's probably the oldest piece of gear I have in here. But yeah, it's remained solid throughout. I still use that today. I have a rack space underneath, 2 units. Don't know what to put in there yet, so that's just remaining empty for the time being. And below that, I have the Yamaha P2500 power amplifier, which is feeding the Yamaha NS10Ms. It's what's powering them. Really solid unit. For ages, I was looking for a Yamaha P2002M. Couldn't find one in good condition in the UK for what I thought was a reasonable price. So had to sell for this one, which still sounds great. Can't afford a Bryston 4B. We're just going to take a little look at the top side of the desk. We have the Zayor ISO planes. I use these with both the Yamaha NS10Ms and the Adam A77Xs. And they isolate the speaker from the desk and the stands. To the right of this, I have the very limited edition Meshuggah Colosse Cube, Rubik's Cube, which I've never opened and don't intend to, because I'm really bad at Rubik's Cubes anyway. And then this one, every picture looks the same. So if you've ever completed this Rubik's Cube, then let me know in the comments, please. To the right of this, I have the lovely ornament that was given to me last year. In fact, no, this year, sorry, 2017, by Miners Guitars in Poland for their 35th anniversary party. And it's a hand-signed, handmade wooden ornament with lots of cool headstocks on it from the Miners range in purple, my favorite color. So all the panels in this room were homemade by me, truthfully bodged together. There's a couple of pieces of pine, some string, some fabric that I dyed in 2 different colors. One was tulip red and one was jet black. And I liked the way that it was looking when it was completely unfinished in the wash machine, which is why you have the white splodges all over it. I think it looks really cool. The inside of the panels is rock wool, and it's the square kind, like sheets, and I think they're 25mm thick. And for the thicker ones at the back, the black ones, I think I used 2 back to back. The desk is made by Zayor Furniture from, I believe, Romania, and this is the Onda angled in black cherry. It's got a lovely oak trim around the edges. It just looked like a cool desk, so I bought it, and it was, it's been great. The room I'm in is quite small. I would say that it's 3 meters across by 4 to 5 meters in length. So very small space to work with, but I make it work. Thank you for watching my studio tour video. This will be updated again probably in 6 months or 12 months with all the new gear I plan to buy in 2018. So keep your eyes peeled. This was a very bougie video. I'm sorry.